What's up? Welcome back. We're back with another NFL offseason edition of the Empire State of Sports. Glad to have you with us tonight. Very excited. I am your host, Karan Kapoor, joined by my usual cast, Nina, Danny, Chris. Appreciate you guys. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. And without further ado, we have a special guest tonight, a guy who really needs no introduction in my book, really does awesome stuff for the Giants community, for the Giants fan base out on social media, Bobby Skinner. Bobby, thank you for joining us tonight. Catch him on the Giants Nation show, his own with Bobby Skinner. He just hit 30,000 followers on Instagram, so
One baby.
I'll let him give you a plug in that in a couple of seconds. But honestly, guys, we're trying to run a little off-season Giants breakdown, maybe recap a little bit of the 2025 season, see what 2026 is going to give us, and who better to do that than Bobby Skinner. It's because of guys like Bobby that we're doing what we're doing now. We're trying to get to that level.
Hey.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, that's just a fact. So, Bob, it's an honor to meet you again or talk to you again. I know we did a show before this disaster of a season just happened, but I'm glad you're back with us again. How you doing tonight?
Good. I was glad to be on episode 1. I think LPG was on that.
Yes, you were on our inaugural episode. That's right.
Yeah. So I always get to say I was on episode 1. So I'm excited. I'm glad to be back on.
Hall of Fame.
Appreciate it.
Ring of
Eventually, the Ring of Honor. Yeah, we'll have your number up in the rafters soon once we make it big or bigger.
Hopefully.
But are you down in sunny Florida right now?
I am. It's like I was telling you guys before the show. It's a cool 60 degrees here tonight. Had to pull the hoodie out of the closet.
Well,
Hope you
we're
guys
in
are good.
25.
You guys are doing
We're in
good up
25
north.
degree New York, but a lot of hot stove, if you want to call it that. NFL action trades all over the place.
Nice.
Free agency is come and gone to an extent. We actually discussed how the Giants have been. We've had a few debates up and down on the GM, the head coach, the signings, the releases. But overall, Bobby, what'd you take for the offseason so far?
It seems like they're trying to build the good. I say the positive is they're trying to build an identity as a running team, right? So they're going to Isaiah Likely, right? Going to do a lot of 2 tight end stuff. Patrick Ricard. We know there was interest in running back. We'll see what they do with that in the draft. And I think that's a good way to help Jackson Dart, right? Because I don't want Jackson Dart to regress in year 2. I don't want too much to be put on his plate. A good way to do that is make his run game better.
21 first down.
Yeah, like, we talk about like teams having a year of film on him. Well, guess what? He's going to be in a new scheme. And another way to do that is do other things that teams have to scheme up against and not just Jackson Dart. So I like that. The other side of that is I worry about the trenches still, though. That's my worry coming away from free agency. Obviously, they're going to sign another offensive lineman. But defensive line, man, they didn't add anybody. And those names are drying up. So that's my worry. But my excitement is that it really seems like they're trying to build a legitimate identity on the offensive side.
No, for sure. So yeah, like you mentioned with the O line and D line, like, is there any names right now that you would be like, oh my God, we should try to get one of these guys at either position before it runs dry, even though it's already there?
Defensive tackle, you kind of are at that point. There's DJ Reader and then Calais Campbell. Both older. Calais been, I remember him wearing.
He's
number
my
81
age, actually.
Yeah,
So
he was number 81 at Miami. It's kind of crazy. He's
too young still.
Still in the NFL.
Do you think they're going to run it back with the line that is Thibodeau back? Do you think he's going to be on the block at all?
Like Thibodeau.
I think he's on the block. The issue is that they're not getting what they deserve to get back for him.
You know,
so you can't trade him away for nothing. Like he's not that type of player.
No, and I feel like he can be better with what he has around him. I'm not done with Thibodeau yet.
Well, and it's our one. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. That was my question to you too. Like, do you think that like the guys that we do have on our team, like with this whole new coaching staff and a new head coach, like, do you think that like the talent will actually come out of them? Like again, are we gonna see Sexy Dexy back this season?
Because he was hurt last year.
Like, are you going to see Tyler Nubin stepping up? Like, are we going to see the guys that we have? Like, do you think that they will step up? And are they capable of stepping up with this new coaching staff that we have?
I think they'll either be stepped up or replaced. Dexter Lawrence has to step up, right? He has to be a great player. He can't just be
unless
player.
he just hit his wall. It's very possible.
And then you need to move off of him then.
He's not right.
It looked like, I'm hoping it was that he was hurt, but I'm also,
and then
more than that, he just fell off a cliff.
And then by the time he got back, it seemed like it was like
he was checked out. He was checked out.
Checked out because the team sucked.
Right. He was checked out. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that that's what the case was. Yes.
The standard for him is great, not good though, and
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's my
he
thing
should be
too.
getting a contract, right? So if he's
Right.
just good, then yeah, I'm not gonna bet on it. Oh well, now the third year is when he's gonna get back to his great level. But I am expecting him to be great. The
Yeah.
guys like Tyler Nubin, Andrew Phillips, like those are the
Yeah.
guys where it's like, all right, now that Shane Bowen's not here, we have another defense coordinator, Denard Wilson. If you're not good in
Then
that
bye.
first third of the season, training camp or whatever, then we're gonna replace you and we're gonna bench you for someone who knows what we want to.
Yeah. I
Who do
think.
you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying, who do you think they're going to target with that 5th pick? What position?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know about any position. It's kind of funny, the positions that everyone says they don't draft in the top 5 are the spots: linebacker,
That's what I've been
safety,
saying.
running back, guard. I think it's going to be Sonny Styles, the linebacker from
Yes.
Ohio State.
That's the guy.
Even with the signing of Azudu, I mean, I know we let Bobby Okereke go. I mean, we're going after a linebacker at the 5th overall.
I think so. I mean, he fits John Harbaugh, and Harbaugh even said something about
I think
drafting
so
a
as
linebacker.
well.
He fits what they do on defense, and he's just an athletic freak. He's
He-
strong.
There was a lot of rumblings this past week about Jeremiah Love. Julian Love.
Jeremiah. I
What was
called
the
him
running back? I'm
Julian
sorry.
even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Julian
we're
Love.
gonna get
the running
another
back.
J Love from Notre Dame.
Much
Listen,
better one though.
since Hardball's
I
been
know.
here, it's definitely a hardball, fingerprints all over it. I like the fullback. I like the 21 personnel. I mean, who do you
What'd you
think?
think of our free agent signing so far? Which one sticks out to you the most?
Are you asking Bobby or are you asking me?
Bobby.
Oh, of course.
I think the most important one is getting him back, right? Offensive tackle. You couldn't not
He's
bring
been a
him back.
beast. He's been a beast, right?
Yeah, like you can't play games with Jackson Dart in the offensive lines. But as the new additions,
That's why I think that's where we go with the 5th pick. I think we go offensive line. There's a guy out there that we should probably take if he's still there at 5, right?
yeah, I know Miami's got a tackle in Mario, who could be a guard, and then Penn State. Likely is obviously the big money one, so that one
That's my
sticks
number
out.
one.
Yeah. So, but my favorite's Patrick Ricard because
Yes.
That's
Same.
I know the fullback is like is dying.
It's not Harbaugh.
It's not even the Giants' fact that the Giants got a fullback. I said this on the podcast. They didn't get a fullback; they got the fullback.
The
Right.
fullback.
They
Yes.
got the
Like-
best fullback.
He takes a play that could be 8 yards and allows it to be 20 yards, and a 20-yard play and allows it to be 50 yards. Like
2,000%.
you don't think about it because he's not going to be the guy making the play, but that's going to make
He's a
points.
huge part of that play being made, though. Like, I was watching a clip today. I posted a clip of him and Isaiah Likely, and it got me so excited because I just saw that with Jackson
Exactly
Dart,
what you're
like
talking
running the ball, or Scattaboo running the ball, and them. It just, I don't know. I may be overly excited, which I feel like I am going into every season, but this season's different.
We all
It's
do.
it's just
It's the coach. It's the coach. Bobby, is it the
It's
coach?
Harbaugh. It's everything. It's the whole revamping of all of our coaches, all the coordinators. Like, I don't know. I feel like the Giants are finally getting their name back, and
We all like
who's
their
to say?
job. We all like Brian Dable. We all like what they brought. But now we
Right.
got somebody that solidifies, he just has that, like,
I
His
didn't like Joe
resume
Judge.
is
I'm
what his
sorry.
resume is. It's not what
Right.
it's going to
Hey.
be. Like with
Right.
those
Danny,
other
what
guys.
did you want to add? You got something?
No, I was gonna add with what Bobby was saying with Ricard is that especially with our running backs, if we don't end up getting Love, we don't have the home run hitters, quote unquote, with Scattaboo. And then with Tracy, he does time to time, but it's going to be even more
Tracy.
yardage with that. So I'm excited with that regard, especially we don't have that home run number one running back at the moment. That's definitely going to help us out, and especially we're going to get more blockers out in front with Dart whenever he runs as well. So that's obviously the huge aspect of that, especially with the running backs that we have at the moment.
I think we've done a solid job bringing in veteran and key pieces. There hasn't been that home run move, right? There hasn't been that home run signing that I think has been like the wow. Even Likely, again, he's a good player. I remember a couple of years ago, he had a monster year with Baltimore. But, I'm sorry. I'm a victim of past history or whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't want another Darren Waller situation. I'm not saying it's going to be, but you remember how excited we got when we traded for Darren Waller before he,
Here's the
injuries
difference,
and this. When we got him and we were like, oh, we got a weapon. I don't know. Am I crazy to think that? I don't know. You tell me.
Well, we did have a
real quick.
We did have a weapon in Waller. Waller was
We
good.
did.
He just was injured and then didn't want to play football anymore.
Bobby,
Yeah,
you know?
he wanted to be a rapper.
Hold on, time out. Bobby, you were at OTAs. You were at training camp. You said, I remember I follow everything you do. You said everything went through Darren Waller at OTA.
Yeah.
It did.
Well,
He was
did.
awesome, you know,
He
and
had
heck,
that one.
we were
catch.
very hyped up to get him.
Something like that in the regular season.
Yeah,
but
he had that one Odell catch. I remember vividly.
yeah, he was good in the season. Like, I remember, you know, you just remember random stuff. But I remember putting out a post like in week 5. I was like, Darren Waller has the most tight end receiving yards in the NFL, or second most.
Yeah, listen.
And then he got injured, and then the season went off the rails, continued to go off the rails, and then it was over. You know,
Call me, you know, whatever,
Here's my thing,
pessimistic.
though, right?
But
Here's my
go
thing,
ahead.
though. I like Daniel Bellinger. I like Theo Johnson. But, like, Isaiah Likely's proven. Like, he's been one of the better tight ends in the NFL, and especially.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But
I think
here's the difference between that is Likely has to go with another tight end, right? And even though Theo's not amazing, like he's there to pair with another tight end. He's not just going to be your, you know, we're not going to be out there with one tight end all the time because he's not this great blocker or whatever. He's their tight end one, but he's there to kind of be like a slot receiver more so than a tight end.
He's got to be somebody to dart to throw
I look
to.
at it with the signing of the fullback and the 21 personnel. I think that that's my favorite signing. Now that we have,
Well, yeah, I mean that's our biggest signing. I mean, aside from the kicker, personally, I think the kicker's been the best signing because we don't have to watch Graham Gano anymore. But that was, you know, we got a solid kicker in place and a solid punter now. I think we'll be good on the special teams.
Yeah, but we honestly though we barely watched Gano because the guy was always injured.
Well, that's
so
what I'm saying. Like
how
we
much did
lost
you,
games because
especially
of
last season?
Well,
least
Bobby doesn't have to come up here and watch Koo miss kicks like he did last year against Washington.
Yeah, anything but Younghoe Koo. I've never disliked a kicker so much in my life.
Oh my God, when he claimed that ball, he claimed that the ball was moving or whatever. I was like, dude, please just stop.
Yeah, just kick it.
Game, yeah.
What's the worst case scenario? Miss it? Like, just kick it.
I personally, I liked the Edwards signing at linebacker. I thought he was really good in Chicago, so that's the one for me. And plus, I don't know, I got a soft spot for defensive players. So I like the linebacking core that we got now, and hopefully Abdul with the number change and the coaching change and has a monster year like we expect him to have, being the second or third pick. Sure.
I feel like when a player changes his number that quick, you should be able to like trade your jersey in and get like some type of deal.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's bullshit.
It pisses me off. I remember talking about this with you last year. We're gonna go on a 20-minute side tangent on jersey numbers. But it's like Darius Slayton had been a Giant for 7 years. Number 86, people had his jersey, whatever, and he switched to number 18. And they asked him why. He's like, I just wanted a lower number.
Yeah, and then Indeed hates him. And we got to get into this. Like, come on.
Listen,
well, the best is Deontay Banks. Banks has a number every year.
Yeah, another Deontay Banks. They made him switch from number 3 to number 2. It's like, why did you let that player be number 2 when you know that you're going to look for a quarterback? You know.
To circle back to, I don't hate anybody. Like, I very strongly
and you hate
dislike.
No, you do.
Well,
you're lying.
Strongly hate. Okay, I do. Yes, I do.
Football
I
hate.
dislike
Football
the
hate
man.
is different than regular hate.
You
Football hate.
Right, it's a football hate.
What do you want to do? You want to talk about jersey numbers? Or you want to talk about Joe Shane?
No, we can talk about jersey numbers, but I'm just gonna say, like, I don't think you deserve to change your jersey number when you can't catch freaking football.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Here's my thing with Darius Slayton.
There you go.
I'm really, really, really glad that Bobby Skinner's here because I think Darius Slayton has been nothing but a top-notch New York Giant football player. He dropped a couple balls in the last year when this
Chris,
team
timeout. My turn to call timeout. My turn.
All right, go ahead.
I love you.
I love you too.
You don't say anything negative about anybody on any team that's played in the Giants within the last 10 years. And we've had some 2-win and 3-win teams. You've never said a negative thing about anybody on the roster, including head coaches. So I'm sorry, but your opinion comes with a little grain of salt.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Well, Slayton last year was a down year.
You're just mad because I still stick up for Daniel Jones.
No, it doesn't matter to me, but tell me one player you said something negative about. One.
What about, listen, I want to know, what do you think of Deontay?
There's nobody.
What do you think of Deontay Banks, Phil? What do you think of Banks? Are you going to tell me he's an amazing player?
Like, I don't like Banks. I don't like there's a couple guys I would let go. But I'm just saying, like, who do you want me to talk about? Darius Slayton.
Nobody. The team's been bad. Like, it's not a secret. The team's been bad for majority of the last
He just been
decade.
bad, but when the team was bad, Darius Slayton's been nothing but a stand-up player, and that's why he's still here since he's been drafted. And he dropped a couple passes. He dropped a lot of passes that he shouldn't have dropped, but he supported Daniel Jones rightfully, and he's done a lot of good for this Giants football team. And he took a pay cut. Should he change his number? Nah, he don't deserve.
I've been a Slayton
Go ahead, Bob.
defender. Last year was brutal. You know, the drops were worse, and they needed his production and the absence of Malik Neighbors, and
Right.
he didn't have that. So now, I think it's a good conversation with free agency, though. Wide receiver, like Darnell Mooney, him and Darius Slayton, they are each other's player comps, right?
Yeah, they
They
are.
have the
telling me
same
we
amount of
couldn't do
yards over
what
the last 3
yesterday?
years.
We couldn't
Same
do
amount of
yesterday what
touchdowns,
the
same
Broncos did?
contract, same drop issues.
We couldn't do what the Broncos did yesterday and trade for Jalen Waddle and pair him with Neighbors. That
Well,
wasn't.
you want
thing
to trade
is,
away
I
your
am-
first-round pick?
I know.
We don't
I
have the
know.
capital for that. That's why.
No, I definitely didn't want to do that. I didn't want to
Yeah, I
trade on a
didn't wanna do
first-round
that
pick
either.
for Jalen Waddle.
I did.
But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see who wins that battle between Mooney and Slayton, though, because they are extremely similar players.
Listen, and my hope is, I'll go back to the whole new coaching staff, all the new offensive coordinators. I hope that Darius Slayton is better. The last 2 seasons, he's disappointed me so much. And like you just said, Bobby, he needed to step up because we lost Malik and he didn't. And that's what frustrates me about him is we needed you. The fans needed you. The team needed you, and crucial catches you couldn't make, and you
How about the year
absolutely
before
should.
that? How
He's
about the year
capable of
before
doing
he
that.
did? How
That's
about
what frustrated me the most. So I'm hoping that everything with all these changes, all these guys come, their talent shines.
Yeah, the thing with Slayton is he's always
I mean,
should
we're
have been
stuck with
our
him right
third
now.
or fourth guy, but he always got forced to being our number one guy. And that's where I liked Slayton for what he was the last couple of years. And then obviously, like what Bobby said, really the same boat. What Bobby was been saying is theoretically he should have been our third wide receiver, our third option. What he was doing then, yeah, that's why I liked him as well. And then unfortunately last year with
I mean, do you think we go wide receiver in the
I
draft?
think
I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. I don't think they signed Darnell Mooney and Calvin Austin. I
Right.
mean, not Calvin Austin, but I don't think they signed
Not all.
Darnell Mooney with Darius Slayton on the roster and then go get wide receiver. I really think they're going to go either defense or Jeremiah Love. Like if they want an offensive weapon, it's going to be Jeremiah Love, not a
Right.
wide receiver.
All right.
Is there a player that left us in this free agency class that you were like, damn, I wish we kept him?
Well, because they didn't really replace him, I'll say Cordell Flott. Because now I wasn't like, oh, we got to keep Cordell Flott. We can't afford to lose him. But now that free agency is essentially over, now I'm like, oh man, we did kind of create a big hole at that
Yeah.
spot.
I mean, I said it I've said it personally that in the draft, that's where I want to target. I want to target our secondary more than offensive line, more than wide receiver, more than, running back, tight end, whatever. I think we have a solid defensive front. We have a decent linebacking core. I was like, we need help at safety and corner. Now,
Yes.
I'm not a big college, expert that I know who's in the top 10 that's going to be available in the secondary. That's going to be like a hot stud McDuffie type of cornerback. But I was hoping that that's where we go because we do need help in the secondary. Let's be honest. We got Deontay Banks, and obviously we lost Flott, and so I don't miss him. I'm saying I don't think oh, we needed to get him back, but we need some help in the defensive back. That's for sure.
We'll see if they don't make big investments in the draft. You know how a lot of the NFL writers in the summer will do all right, position rankings by team, right? Who has the best running back room? The Giants, when it comes to DB, you're going to see them ranked 30th out of 30 or 31st out of 32nd if they don't make some major upgrades.
Yeah, 100%. And refresh my memory. I don't remember the last time we had that absolute shutdown corner. It's been a
James
while.
Bradbury.
So listen,
which is how long ago?
This is all I want to say real quick. Nina don't like Darius Slayton. I like Mooney. Bobby's saying Mooney replaces Darius Slayton. Our best receivers right now currently are Darius Slayton, Mooney, and Neighbors, correct?
Yeah.
And Austin, if they
And Austin
so.
as a deep threat and somebody that can go whatever. But
that's not earth shattering. That's not game changing.
I don't think he's going to make the roster, but his numbers aren't bad if you give him more targets. He's another guy. If you give him more targets, his numbers aren't bad. But here's my thing though. I really like I really like Wandell Robinson. You're mad that we signed Slayton, but you add Likely in the red zone. I'm happy with our receiving core. I go get offensive line or I go deep.
Well, yeah, he said we're probably not gonna target a wide
Is
receiver,
it
and
really
there's
that?
nobody left to sign.
Is our receiving core really that bad?
No, especially when you get remember Malik Neighbors is going to get the majority of the
Yeah,
targets.
and would you bring
Right.
Odell back now cheap?
No, here's the thing, because Odell can come back for cheap. Anytime any player that's above him in the depth chart makes a bad play, everyone's going to be calling, "Why isn't Odell playing?"
But like,
Including
Yeah.
Odell will be
like
doing that
Danny,
as well.
you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart like Danny though. Like Danny right here says, you gotta understand that he's not Odell from the first 4 years of his career. He's
But
Odell.
we're
didn't
not going to
play
do
last
that. We
year.
love him too much to even think
Yeah,
about him that way. And
but you
Odell's
add
going
him
to think
anyway,
that way.
right? You still
You
add
know,
him. You can't
he
add
didn't
him.
play
No.
last year. Am I right?
Our
He didn't
fan,
really play at
our
all, did
fan
he?
base
No.
is way too dumb for that.
You're not.
What do you think? All right, we'll put the roster right now to the side for a
Love
second.
Odell, by the way.
Let's go into the upcoming season for a few minutes. You've seen the schedule. What sticks out at you the most? I know we got the extra home game this year. I think from all intents and purposes, it's going to be in a international game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I
a
don't know.
road
Do you
game
know?
now. So that's a
But
road.
aside from our divisional games, I mean, what do you think, Bobby, with the schedule? You think what are you predicting into any call outs on the schedule? Better,
Tennessee
worse?
Titans, man. We get to go see
Yeah.
Brian Dable, Carmen Brasillo, Wandell Robinson,
That's gonna be
Cordell
an
Flott.
exciting
That would
game.
be a fun
And
home opener. That would be a
Yeah,
fun
that's
home
gonna
you mean the New York Jets Giants South?
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
basically
hoping it's not the home opener because I want to go. I want to go to that game, and if it's a home
Yeah,
opener,
let
I'm
me
not
know
going to
what
go.
games you're going to. Well, I feel like every
Yeah, so
game you go to, we win.
yeah, so I need that Titans game to not be the home opener because I actually do
Yeah.
want to go to that one. So
that's
Tennessee
got
Titans,
to be a home game. That has to be a
that's
home game.
yeah,
I
that's a
was
home one. So
I
that
was
one's big. That one's
yeah.
I'm circling that one as soon as the schedule comes
Yeah,
out.
no, I'm
Be
so
there.
excited for that game. I cannot wait. That's
I
gonna
just hope
be
it's before it's really nasty outside. That's all.
yeah.
So the home I looked today. The home games are the exact opposite of what they were this year. So we could probably get a couple more, hopefully, home wins this year. It was the Saints, the Titans, the Jags, and a couple other games were like, oh, okay. The Niners are there. That's always tough. That was the craziest game I was at last year in terms of the fan base of the opposing team. It was like
It
we're
was
in
a
San
sea
Fran.
of red.
I mean, we're playing the AFC South, so that means another trip to Houston or Indianapolis
Yeah,
against
that's where
old
we're
pal
going.
Daniel
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
That's another one. We get to go play
Yeah.
Daniel
DJ,
Jones this
baby.
year.
I love
If he's
Daniel.
ready to
I've
play.
never done an away game, but that's an
Still
away
love
game that I would
Daniel Jones, man.
100% do.
That'll be the first time we played our former quarterback since.
Yeah, I mean that's
Did we
like
ever play Kerry
that's like a
Collins?
must
We had
go
to.
to.
We had
Well, after he left it, where did he go after he was
He
with
went
us?
he went to 3 or
Raiders
4
and the
Carolina?
Titans.
No, he came
Yeah,
from
we played
Carolina, right?
we played him when he was on the Raiders because that's when we won the division in 05.
We obviously never played against Eli. So
Was it the Justin Tuck game where he chased down? No, that was the Chargers.
No, that was the game Tiki ran 80 yards and
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we haven't played our former quarterback like Danny said. What? That's so over 20 years now.
That's
20
that's gonna be. I'm definitely. I have to. That'll be like my first
DJ, I love
away
we haven't
trip
played
for
we
a
haven't
game.
played Geno Smith in the last
Yeah,
5
we
years.
did.
No, that doesn't count. That doesn't
He
count.
did.
That
We
does
did
not
play
count.
Why
and he
not?
beat us. Yo, hold up. When he
Come
played
full
him
beat
like
us,
circle.
2 or 3 times.
when he beat us that game, I was so pissed off because the press conference, they act like they were so badass and they act like they were going to go somewhere, and then they stunk the rest of the year. You
Well,
guys
yeah, that was
remember that?
the
Yeah,
that
we
was
won
the
a playoff
Daniel
game, they
Jones
didn't.
special. Yeah, that was the Daniel
If
Jones
you won a
special.
playoff game that year, Daniel Jones looked good in that playoff game too.
Yeah,
Guys,
that was the year
everybody
after. That was
everybody
terrible.
hates on Daniel Jones, man.
But look,
No.
all kidding aside, really
Like
looking
that.
forward to the season. I mean, I know, look, we've had 3 wins this year, 3 wins the year before. I think Vegas has the Giants over under right now, like 8, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, it was
7.5 or
7.5.
8.
Yeah,
So,
7.5.
you know, let's take that for what it's worth with Harbaugh and his staff in. I mean, around the league, you want to go around the league for 5 minutes? Anything off catch your eye with the division? I know the Eagles made some moves. It looks like AJ Brown might be here, might not be, might be there, might not be. It looks like the worst kept secret that he's going to go to the Patriots. Obviously, the Dolphins are clearing house. They got rid of a lot of people. So, anything from the offseason so far, Bobby, that surprised you or that you're looking forward to seeing or not seeing?
Around the NFL is surprising. free agency gets worse and worse every year because teams are just
Yeah.
keeping all their good players with the cap going up every year.
Yep.
Right.
I mean,
Except us.
the Max Crosby stuff was obviously wild.
Yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
this, DJ Moore, everyone hates on that trade for the Bills because, I understand he's older and stuff. That is the second best receiver that Josh Allen has ever had.
Right.
He's still really good.
I thought that was a great move for them. Like,
Yeah,
I was
great.
like, congratulations to you
thought we
guys.
had
Like,
a shot at
like
that.
he needs help. The
Yeah,
man,
pick number
like,
60
he
for a
can't-
wide receiver one. Like, I like
Yeah.
people, everyone hated on that move, and I thought it was a much better than move than going and paying Alec Pierce or
Yeah.
something
I
like that.
agree,
Like, he's a
man.
good receiver.
Yeah.
What about the
No, I
Rams
agree with
getting
you on that.
McDuffie? That's going to be a problem.
They got the other Rams Chiefs corner too. I forget his name. Brian Cook maybe or somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
McVay's loading up.
Cook.
The
I think the
Rams.
Rams did, right?
Did
Really?
Brian Cook, the DB.
the Rams
Yeah.
reach out for AJ Brown? What do you guys know about that? I heard a little.
No,
I didn't hear that.
I didn't
I
hear
know.
that.
I hear
either.
that.
But the Rams, I mean, the think about how good the Rams were last year. Their corner, they had Emmanuel Forbes starting at corner for them. So
Yeah.
them improving that room obviously helps them. And they have 2 first-round or no, they have 1 because they traded the
got
first-round
rid
pick
of
away.
one.
That's
But they
fine.
have
Got one.
a
I mean,
top
look, I think the
15
Chiefs will
pick.
bounce back. I think the Chiefs will bounce back. That person, do you think Joe Burrow? I don't want to say finish his career with Cincinnati. Do you think he lasts a lot longer in Cincinnati?
I don't know, dude, because they just suck at team building. That defense is
Terrible.
terrible. They don't do any
Got one.
and it's like they have this storyline of like Carson Palmer did it.
Yeah.
So like does Joe Burrow do it as well too? Burrow's obviously an outspoken guy. Usually I would any other team, I'd be like, there's no way. There's no way. At least for the next 5-6 years, whatever, the end of the career is always different. But I actually do think like if they don't figure it out this year, I actually do think he's gonna be like,
I
not
could see
doing this
him
anymore.
wanting out. Yeah, like he
Yeah.
had a chance. They went to a Super Bowl, but it's kind of regressed from there. I know they re-signed his buddies, his offensive weapons, but aside from that, obviously letting Trey Hendrickson go, the defense has been awful. They're bringing the coach back. I mean,
Yeah, the defense gets worse every year. They make terrible draft picks.
and they just lost Trey Hendrickson, so they're not going to get any better.
Yeah. Like they're
Chris,
gonna
what
be
do you want to add?
they were
I
the
wanna add
worst
a- I
defense
wanna-
last year. They'll be it again.
I want to add a
What?
Hollywood Brown. I want to add a
yeah.
Hollywood Brown going to our hated
Eagles,
birds.
yeah.
Like he just played with Pat Mahomes, didn't play terrible. Now he got Jalen Hurts. What do you guys think? He's
I'm
with
not
now
scared.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. That's just so,
AJ
They can't get the ball.
Brown.
They can't get rid of it. They can't get the ball to AJ Brown or Smith. So
Yeah, I mean,
No weapon.
they've got those two guys. Look at Hollywood Brown's stats over the last 4 years and think about
Yeah.
us complaining about Darius Slayton, and
Right.
Hollywood Brown has
Guys,
basically done the same thing. And how he's still only 28 years old,
Right.
but
that's the thing.
know.
He's still young.
they're
And
waiting
then
for
now
the
you got-
breakout. Yeah.
and Jalen Hurts legitimately doesn't. There's no quarterback in the NFL who doesn't use their third wide receiver more. You look at their stats, and their third receiver will have like 7 catches on the season. Like he
He
just
does.
doesn't use them.
But
Yeah.
here's the
Listen,
thing.
are they gonna ban the tush push this year? Or is
They
that
better.
really-
no.
They better.
they have-
It's
I am so sick of it.
I don't think so.
We actually almost stopped it a couple times last year.
Excuse
You
me,
guys
we
remember?
did stop
Stop
it,
We
it.
did
and they called
stop
it.
them. It was a
and-
Came out.
complete.
That
stop.
literally
It was a-
changed the game. That literally
Yeah.
changed the game.
I think that was one of the 3 games we won.
And this
I
is
know.
why
No, we
people.
lost that one. No, we lost the game we're talking about. We
The
lost.
game,
Wasn't that at MetLife?
Lost.
No, but we're
No,
talking
that was
about the
in
one
Philly.
where Kayvon stole the ball and they
Yeah,
called it.
Yeah.
that was a Philly
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
That was in Philly.
that's
And
right.
people will complain, oh, you can't stop it, so you want to ban it. No, that used to be illegal not too long
Right.
ago. It used,
Right.
and they made it unillegal, not for that, but for when like a running back's down the field and the offensive
Right.
lineman can come and like push him
Yeah.
or whatever. And then the Eagles obviously played because I remember this is
Remember
like
this
way
now?
back. Remember Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush versus
Yeah, they
Notre
just
Dame?
pushed-
They pushed
yeah.
him in.
No,
I
the
remember
Saints
Sports
were
Talk
in.
the next day of like Skip Bayless being like, it's an illegal play. You're not allowed to push him. And then they changed it like a handful of years after that.
Yeah, the tush push.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, whatever you
cool.
want to tush push, but like, what got put me over the edge was when they did it 4 times. The 4 times
And they
in
were
a row.
all
It's like,
sides. And they were all
And you
sides
watch-
on 3 of them.
what?
They were all sides on 3 of them.
It's always offsides, but the refs can't call
There's
it
always
because
one
for
guy.
whatever reason.
I know I'm
It's
not
just-
crazy about this either. There's always one guy on the right side for the birds
It's
that
lame.
always drops.
Every
He always
every
drops-
every
He always jumps early. He always jumps early, and
Yeah.
he gets away with it. He gets
Well-
away
yeah,
every
lame.
single time.
With that said, guys, only 6 months till the season opens.
I know.
So
Yay!
keep that
Go
calendar
G!
moving. Brian Burns softball tournament coming up May 30th. I'm sure everyone here is excited about it. Bobby, you got anything to add to that?
I'm very excited. One, to get to see you guys. Like, that's the most fun thing about those events for me, is going to get and talk with everybody.
Yeah.
That,
And
we
Bobby's
interact
always
with and
great.
stuff.
It's always funny being around Bobby, and it's just like, all right, I'm just want to talk to
Bobby's
my friend,
awesome.
and then like 80 people come and are like, all right, well, I'll talk to you later, Bobby. Catch you
No, I
later.
was saying, like, thank you for coming on tonight because I've followed you for a long time. I'm like a huge, like, it's like a little fangirl moment for me, but you are super chill. So this was a great, great night. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate that. So yeah, and I'm really excited that, like, those softball games are always not softball, any event. Topher, you were at the first fan fest. You cooked. In fact, I remember we were running late and we had to actually go pick up all the food. Behan, you were there too, right? Or were you?
No,
at that
I was
first
at the
fan?
other one. I was at the
Remember
other
that,
one,
buddy?
making sure Candlewick had all the right
Hold
food
on.
and making sure everybody took.
That was,
the-
and as I think Topher's going to go get a picture or something. That was the first
Probably.
time we ever did an event, and that was
live
like,
show.
man,
Yes.
that is the
Yes.
cool. That is like the most fun time to do
Yeah,
these
you
types
gave me
of things.
this, buddy. You gave me this.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, all right, you at least get a T-shirt out of
cooking
for 100 people or whatever
You
it
gave
was.
me a lot more than that, bro.
Yeah, no, it was yeah,
You're here
it was
tonight.
into the 22 season, yeah, when you guys did the live show.
Yeah,
I was
so-
making sure everybody was getting
We
food.
ran
and
a
stuff.
mile. Remember we ran a mile for Joe Judge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, did you guys if you guys are in the area, we don't have anything done, but I would like to do a live show at some type of bar or something the night before that. So I would like to do that the night before. So if we are able to do that,
I'll be there. I'll be there, bro.
we got to get it planned, right? It's just a thought in my head.
All right.
No action's been taken on it, but I would like to do that. So maybe we
I'm
get,
excited.
maybe we
Listen,
get a player there
I
too. That'd be fun.
That'd be
I say I
awesome.
want to get a player there, but that's a little bit more
Just-
difficult.
the reason why I'm so excited, like, not only because it's a Brian Burns thing, but like, I miss seeing my team. Like, I want to see the guys. Like, I really have, like, football off season is like depressional season. It's a thing. Like,
Man,
I'm
we all love
struggling.
the Giants, man.
Credit to LPG is these guys have these autograph events and stuff like that or
Right.
whatever. This is the most up close and personal I think you can get with the Giants players.
No, and
right?
I think it's such a cool experience, like, for any fan. Like, I don't know, again, it's just like a way for us to get together and like come together as Giants fans. Like, I think this is phenomenal. Like, you guys,
Well,
cheers
listen,
to
I-
everyone that's a huge part of it, because I'm excited for it.
It's a big deal for me because I missed the Landon Collins. I just didn't do it. And then like COVID hit, I missed that one. So like I wasn't missing this one. And then with the Empire State of Sports, like I love you guys and I'm being there.
Yeah.
Bobby, before we wrap up tonight, again, appreciate you joining on. You want to give your address to where we can find you on social media with the Giants Nation show?
I thought you were going to say my home address.
Yeah, if you want to give that too, that's fine. That's okay with me.
Have
but
it
that's up
somewhere.
to you.
Smoking Woody's gonna be there. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. He's always, hanging around the garage. Yeah, just if you Google Giants Nation show, if you like to watch on YouTube, watch on there. If you watch Apple Podcasts, it's on there. Just Google Giants Nation show and whatever medium you listen to or watch stuff, it'll be on there. So appreciate you guys jumping on.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Maybe we'll do another one of these. I don't want to book myself, but right before that softball game.
Whatever
Yeah,
you
that'd be so fun.
No, you signed. I'm gonna hold you to that now. Now you're
Yeah.
in.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's talk about it.
So awesome stuff
Thank you
tonight,
again.
guys.
This was such an honor, like, getting to talk to you in person. This was really cool.
No, thank you guys. Obviously, except for Danny Behan. No thanks to him.
He's the goat.
Surprised.
Danny Behan is the goat.
Nobody could do any wrong in Chris's eyes. With
I'll
that
take it.
said, appreciate it,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you, Bobby, again. Remember, catch him on Giants Nation. He does really cool stuff. He's got Jordan Ron on from Giants, the beat writer. He's an awesome dude, too. I've seen their episodes together. They really cover a lot in the Giants community, Giants Nation. So check it out. Give us a shout as well. The Empire State of Sports, Bacon Shake platform. We'll catch you guys in a couple of days. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.